So now we're on to problem number 3 from difficulty 3. And in this case, we're looking at the quadratic expression 3x squared minus 21x minus 54. And we want to use the same strategy that we did in the previous two examples. Namely, we want to see if we can factor off this leading coefficient of 3 from all the terms so that it leads to an easier to factor quadratic expression. So with this in mind, I note that I have 3 as my leading coefficient, so that's divisible by 3, obviously. Minus 21 is divisible by 3, and minus 54 is also divisible by 3. But that takes a little bit of work to figure out. You can try dividing that by 3, and you'll get minus 18. So with that in mind, let's factor off this 3. So we have 3 times quantity x squared minus 7x minus 18. Okay. Now that we have this factored in this way, we notice that this might be able to be factored using the methods that we developed in difficulties 1 and 2. So we need to find two numbers that add to minus 7 and multiply to minus 18. And as before, we need to determine the factors of minus 18. The first ones that come to mind are, say, minus 2 and 9, or minus 9 and 2. So let's try minus 9 and 2. See if that works out for us. So that definitely multiplies to give us minus 18. And now if I were to add these, oh, lo and behold, I actually do get minus 7. So awesome, we already found the numbers that we need in order to factor this. So let's factor it, and we get 3 times the quantity x plus 2 times x minus 9. In which case, if I were to FOIL this out completely, I would get back this original expression, and we are done. All we needed to do was factor everything in sight by 3. And then that allowed us to factor this easier quadratic than using some other weird method to factor it. So at this point, we're done.